Hi guys, another cartoon here in the middle of the day. Just see a very interesting question by this member and then Dick. So sorry if I mispronounce, any of the nicknames here. The question here is about how do we apply analysis to XRP, technical analysis. That is, there is a very interesting comment here that there was plenty of room to make money today. I'm said it wasn't me. So yes, for sure, plenty of room there. But I think the key for us is just to learn, right? We're here in this Discord group is to figure out this exact opportunities that present themselves. We don't act, or we act in a different way. So let's just kind of dive in, and from the technical analysis point of view, let's try to figure it out. First of all, what I would like you to do is to make sure that you start with the very long-term picture. So I put the weekly here. This is unusual for the crypto world, but look at the decline. It had kind of like a spike here in price, which was related also to the spike in Bitcoin, COVID decline. So kind of the same type of structure that we've seen before. And then out of this place, a lot of momentum. And then something unusual happens. A lot of volume signature coming in. And I'm sure that some of you might even comment under this video as to what the fundamental reasons are, news-driven reasons. But in this area right here, there were plenty of room to play this. Look at the movement. So it's about maybe like ×3. So let's look into this in more details. First, let's go to the daily. And on the daily, again, our assumption, and you're going to make some assumptions that are going to be disconfirmed. Our assumption that this was phase C, and this was a sign of strength. And then this area right here, we would be thinking of backing up action. Once it fails as a failure here, we're starting to think, okay, well, maybe this is not phase D, and maybe we are just kind of still not there. But what's encouraging is the stop in action around this area right here, which is a higher low relative to this COVID decline low. And from here, again, my suggestion would be just to start thinking more short-term and convert those short-term positions to the upside into long-term holdings. You could do it in this way. So let's just go to 4 hours. Okay, first of all, let's discuss the possibility. If we were in this position right here, if we are long-term holders, most likely this type of action, which is climactic, and then a failure out of this climactic would prone us to take some profit. So profit taken, that's number one. You could also exit the position in anticipation that you might be in some kind of trading range, and you might actually enter at the more appropriate time. Maybe it's at the level of the support. So whatever your logic is there for the long-term position, so be it. You could act either way. But then once we have this move to the upside where there is some kind of excitement by weak hands and they're getting into this position, and it's an attempt to upthrust, and that's what it is, just an attempt to upthrust. And then if it fails significantly to the downside, then we should be out completely. Because if this is a potential sign of strength should overcome levels of the resistance in kind of like a free way and then start backing up. It should not stop in the middle of the move. It should not stop in the middle of the trading range. And that was kind of like a big key here. Tape reading wise, this bar right here shows some evidence of the supply. So a failure around this area would, like on this bar right here, you would be very concerned. Even after the supply and during this area where there are multiple attempts to go up and all of them failing on the lower end of the demand, you should be concerned about. This is more confirmation of that failure. Specifically this bar, if it's being violated and being closed below the low, then that's like a double confirmation. So let's just see. Yeah, something like this. That's it. At this point, you should know that you probably should either trim more, take more profits, get out of this position, or establish short position in anticipation that the price might potentially go into the previous area of buying, which was somewhere here. So this would be our target zone for this. And that would be that short-term trade just based on the technical analysis. You obviously have to be present, for this trade. This bar looks climactic just with the volume signature itself, with the spread, and then with the demand tail that it took, to create that bar. You're probably done with this short-term trade unless you want to short-term trade a lot. So this weakness here suggests continuation. You could have done that. But then let's look at what happens next, because I want to see where we would be getting back into this position. So this stopping action looks very good. This bar right here suggests a lot of demand presence, so we want to take the note. This is not enough causality for us, but once we go here and we see that supply is less, we could play short-term here, at least to this target. And we could see, as the price unfolds, we could see the quality of the rally. If the quality is good, there is a lot of demand increase, and there is going through the resistance, then we could say, okay, maybe higher targets. Maybe we have this as target 2, and this was target 1. And that's how I would play this. And again, we'll definitely do this more and actually show you actual trades. So for now, just stand by. Okay, so here we are stopping, and the volume signature increases, suggesting some supply at the point of the resistance. You could take some of the profits here and leave some as well. Okay, I would be thinking that there is some kind of weakness in the rally here, so would be very cautious, would tighten the stop loss, make it a break-even position at this point. So you already have some profits built in here for this position, and then break even here if it just gets you out. I'm just going through this and just to show some of the points here, how we would be trading here. So some demand comes in, and the key here is just to see if this demand comes in, like right here as well. It's both demand and supply. There is no just, in a single bar, there is no just demand or there is no just supply. There is always demand and supply. And what you have to do is just to see what happens afterwards, right? Would there be some kind of continuation of the supply story, or would there be some kind of continuation of the demand story? So after this, we want to see, could we hold here? And if we do, and if we break about this level, then maybe we could add to the position and kind of go with that. So let's see. Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. So this add-on on the breakout here is actually quite good. We're seeing that demand is becoming much more aggressive in this area. With one bar, we are going to the resistance level, which was defined before, and we're hoping that it's going to be broken, and it seems like it will be. Just the way how this test right here was holding. And again, we're talking about technical trading, so there's not like too much to that. Another possible add-on right here as we are unfolding, bar by bar, because we still have higher targets somewhere here, and that target even could be a little bit overthrown. But because of the volatility, we need to figure out how we would be, protecting our position more. Okay, so this bar definitely is something that is not that great. There is a lot of supply that is coming in. I would be cautiously, as the bar unfolds in real time, because this is a 4-hour, I would be thinking that our stop loss would be either here or somewhere here. So you want to put the stop loss either below the area of the support, or you want to put it below the breakout. And that's where, we could potentially just exit. And just wait, have a little bit of the position left, and wait and to see if we could here potentially just consolidate, absorb whatever supply has come. If that happens, then we would be thinking, okay, continuation. If that doesn't happen and there is an attempt to go up and then failure below this level, well, then still this volatility continues and we still have to be very cautious. That's it for this update, and let us know what you think about it.